So a lot of people ask me, where does brand strategy end and where does brand design start, and how do those roles cross over? And the easiest way to explain that would be that brand strategy is the idea of what we're going to do, whereas the visual brand document is the translation of that explanation into a physical form. So, for example, the brand strategy might say, it's a fun brand, it's colourful, it might show some inspiration of other brands that are similar and colourful. It'll say, we'd like to use some crazy characters that kids will like to sell the products. The character names we've come up with are, Johnny the Jet and, Timmy the Tiger. And we're going to call the food, space product names like the Jet Burger and the Launch Juice and whatever, right? That's the brand strategy. The branding is literally designing Timmy the Tiger. It's drawing Timmy the Tiger. It's looking at researching the kinds of the other characters that have been used before. That research is done by the brand strategy, and it's given to the designers as inspiration. So the brand strategy is all the ideas, but the designers literally have to design Timmy the Tiger. They have to design the golden arches. The brand strategy says we'd like to have a big M as the logo, but it needs to be soft and not spiky, because round and curved is like friendly, and it needs to be like a rainbow, like a big glowing M. But then the branding guys need to design that M and follow that brief. So it's really the physical interpretation. These guys are incredibly skilled. They've designed thousands of brands before. So it's very important that the brand strategist gives the visual branding designers a good enough story and inspire them enough to allow them to go and create something. But sometimes what we find is that the relationship between the brand strategist and the visual branding guys is so strong that they can communicate what they need between themselves so quickly that sometimes that they don't even need to produce the book. The book, the brand strategy is actually it's created not just for the designers to follow, but it's created for all of the different functions in the business to follow that brand strategy. And likewise, the visual brand document is designed for all of the other people in the business to follow the visual brand document. So they're not necessarily producing it for themselves, because half the time they're in the same office working as part of the same team. They're creating it for everyone else. They're creating it for you, the client. They're creating it for your brand. They're creating it from all of the stakeholders of the business. But they work with each other in a strategic planning way all the time. So often what's happening is that during the brand strategy portion, when we're designing the brand strategy for you, we're actually already kind of working with the visual brand guys about how that might translate. Can we design characters like this? Do you guys think that would work? We're already consulting with them. It's just that they're not performing a service yet. At that point, they're just helping us with the advice, helping us with the strategic process. Once it gets into branding design, the visual design of it all, the designers then often still talk to the strategists and say, hey, how you wanted these characters? Do you think it would work if I did this? So there's a lot of sort of cross-pollination across all of the services when you deal with the Pro Desk. And that's part of the reason it's so powerful and it works so well for our clients, is because they're all working as a part of a team. So even though you're only ordering one service, you've got the benefit of not having to repeat yourself 100 times to all these different suppliers, because we all talk to each other here. That's pretty powerful.